So what was the question again? Oh, why is it called the traffic jam? Well, you know, the reason is it's because I have two really cool cars. Seriously cool cars. And I love drifting, racing, because I am fast and slick, and plus I like to create a bit of traffic jam myself with a whole lot of great music. Bulumnaka, my name is Rio, your host and DJ, right here on the Today FM Traffic Jam every weekday from 3 p.m. to 7. Right here on Today FM, today's hit music.
In this bulletin, European Union says there is still time to resolve economic partnership agreement. New parliament to be more people-friendly. And Fiji Airways to lease 2 new aircraft in 2015. Good evening, Fiji. I'm Akosita Tale and you're watching FBC News. Fiji continues to negotiate with the European Union on a comprehensive economic partnership agreement for the Pacific. Head of the EU delegation to the Pacific, Ambassador Andrew Jacobs, says interim agreements continue to be the focus of ongoing talks. Maggie Boyle reports.
For Fiji and 13 other Pacific Island countries, negotiations on the European Union's Economic Partnership Agreement has been in the pipeline since 2007. Last year, the Fijian government implemented an interim agreement, which only PNG had earlier signed up to.
As far as Fiji is concerned, I mean, we're very pleased that the interim EPA, is going to be ratified, that it's being applied already, and we're working very closely with the Ministry of Commerce in order to ensure that that whole process goes smoothly and that Fiji benefits from the agreement.
The interim agreement has meant a number of concessions in trade for goods only for Fiji and PNG, including duty and quota-free exports. However, there's a spanner in the works, with PNG pulling out of active negotiations last year.
PNG is still present in meetings as an observer. I don't know what the long-term decision of PNG will be. I mean, we certainly are still committed to pursuing a regional comprehensive trade agreement in the form of the Economic Partnership Agreement.
While Jacob says there is no timeline in place to conclude the Pacific EPA talks, it's clear that time is of the essence, with Fiji losing its EU sugar preferential prices in 2017. A finalized EPA will mean a comprehensive agreement that covers trade in goods and services for PIC, which currently exports palm oil, coffee, coconut, fish and caviar to the EU. Maggie Boyle, FBC News.
2015 will be a busy year for members of parliament, with fewer sittings in the House of Representatives and more time spent with Fijians. Speaker of the House Dr. Chico Luveni says MPs will be encouraged to deliver services and assist voters. It's never been tried before. Elected members of the House actually being asked to work at ground level, helping everyday Fijians.
So there have been, I think there are about two months where there will not be any sitting at all. Although there will not be any sitting, but we're going to be very busy at the time, particularly with committee work and also with us here in Parliament. We plan to increase the contact of people to Parliament and the parliamentary process.
Dr. Luveni says the institution of the Parliament belongs to every citizen and everyone should take ownership of how the process of democracy plays out. This House of Representatives wants to be all-inclusive in order for people to know how Parliament works.
So we'll be going out to the community, we'll be going out to schools and encourage more visitations to Parliament from schools. We already have a group from the US that was here in the last week. There have been some schools that have already visited parliaments, and we'd like more of that. We've had a youth parliament, and we have women's groups that have come in.
The Speaker and her team are encouraging the public to come forward and learn about parliamentary process and also engage with the MPs.
The goal is to increase the people awareness of Parliament, the parliamentary process, and how they can access services of parliamentarians through the Parliament process when the need arises.
Dr. Chico says Parliament will be producing a lot of information material this year to be distributed to schools and communities to increase awareness. Fiji Airways will fly either to Tokyo or to Shanghai by next year when its new A330-300 aircraft arrives. The new flight will be decided between the two destinations and how they partner with international airlines on these routes. Christopher Chan reports.
Fiji Airways is growing its fleet with the announcement of a new Airbus A330-300 being leased from December, giving the airline a chance to expand its network.
Now, it is not 100% sure where we're going to fly. We have strong underlying demand from China. We also have strong demand historically from Japan. So we'll make business case and need to make up our mind if we fly either to Shanghai or to Tokyo.
China has been an attractive destination given the potential for our tourism industry, but the national airline has also previously flown to Japan.
What we are doing now is we are trying to start discussions with potential airline partners, because we don't just want to fly to Tokyo or to Shanghai without any airline partner. I think Air Pacific has done this in the past in Tokyo and always lost money. So we don't want to do trial and error. When we do something, it has to work.
Pishla says the underlying factor is that the new destination will have to be profitable.
Once we find a partner who, for example, supplies feed or passengers, connecting passengers to Shanghai onto our flight or to Tokyo onto our flight, then we fly there. We don't want to take any risk. We want to make money.
The additional Airbus isn't the only new bird for Fiji Airways. A Boeing 737 is expected to arrive towards the end of April. Christopher Chand, FBC News.
7 suspects from Kandavu have been brought to the mainland for their alleged involvement in marijuana cultivation as part of Operation Sasamaki by the Fiji Police Force. Police Chief of Operations Rusiate Tundravu says 6 men and a woman are in police custody at the Nambua police station. He says around 750 suspected marijuana plants are currently being tested at the Fiji Police Forensic Lab in Asova.
Without the joint hands from the community, we could have been success in conducting these marijuana raids. And I would like to thank the information that are coming in. I think it's a total effort which needs our national concern in regards to our fight against eradication of marijuana.
Tundravu adds once the plants are tested, the suspects are expected to appear in court on Monday. Media Industry Development Authority Chair Ashwin Raj has been charged with 1 count of annoyance and bailed to appear in court at a later date. Police Commissioner Ben Hunewald in a statement today says Raj visited his office and lodged an official complaint against the alleged manner in which his case was handled by police, and the matter has been referred to the Internal Affairs Department for investigation. Still to come on FBC News, Health Ministry to improve customer service this year.
FM number 2 na sir na ngona nin den manda kay Central Rental sa ko ka na suno ko ita minichi me ba na koloko ni sabula
o ya wa ti soni dalai
go nga mo sidon
na ma ki raw mena tolu kina bitu ena via kabi moli ti kina borombuka
goria na lali ne kabi Bula FM number 2 na sir
Welcome back to FBC News. The Health Ministry hopes to strengthen its customer service in 2015. Minister for Health Johnny Usamate has highlighted several areas they need to improve on. Watisoni Rekanroka has more.
One of the key areas that the Health Ministry is looking to improve this year is customer service.
Customer service is something that we're going to focus on this year. I think at the end of the day, a politician like me and anybody who works in the civil service, the people that they serve are the most important things in their lives.
Usamate says other than improving their customer service, the ministry will be working on their internal processes.
The service between the people who meet our customers, our frontline people, and those in the background, between them that there should be good customer service. Like our people in the offices, people in the back rooms, to the doctors and nurses who are meeting the customers. That needs to be improved. All those particular processes.
Meanwhile, some Fijians say the health sector is long overdue for improvements to its service delivery.
Yeah, they can definitely improve on it, like the waiting lines and stuff are way too long. Like some people could be really sick and then they just have to wait forever, so yeah, they should improve on that.
Have a nice way that everybody can have, waiting is very bad, stand by stand. If somebody is sick, it's have to wait, but they have to do their best in the hospital quick, fast.
Do you think we should need improvement in the customer service in hospital?
Yes, I think there is a lot, some improvement needed in customer service as we have experiences.
Customer service, they should improve too.
The ministry will conduct customer service training this year, as well as other administrative training to improve service delivery. Watisoni Rekanroka, FBC News.
The French embassy in Fiji has thanked the government, heads of missions, the international community, journalists and the public for showing solidarity with France following the recent terrorist attacks in Paris. French ambassador to Fiji, Michael Djokovic, says in the wake of the January 7 Paris terror attack, they are grateful for the expression of sympathy, condolences and solidarity that was received from the people of Fiji. Djokovic says they appreciate the messages of comfort and the continuous and spontaneous displays of solidarity that are expressed in the condolence book opened at the embassy and through our embassy website and the social media pages. The Fiji Dairy Cooperative Company Limited will assist dairy farmers affected in the recent flood in Tailevu and the loss of livestock due to tuberculosis. Some of the funds for rehabilitation will be provided by the government. Sakyus Anaivua reports.
Dairy farmers in Corvo will be assisted under a rehabilitation program after being affected in the recent floods. Farmers who lost livestock due to TB are also included. Director Animal Health and Production Tomasi Tuinambuna says there are procedures to assess the damages.
Which included supply of feed and backup services for those who urgently needed services in the farms. But our rehabilitation program went through FCDCL rather than direct assistance to farmers. That was how we handled the flood that we had last year.
There is no figure for the actual cost. The FDCCL will directly monitor the program.
Rehabilitation work was done by the Fiji Dairy Cooperative Company Limited, even though we provide them with some funding that had enabled them to provide some assistance to those who were affected by the flood.
The number of dairy farmers to be assisted in this program has yet to be confirmed. Sakyus Anaivua, FBC News.
There's been an increase in the number of viewers visiting the Fiji Broadcasting Corporation's website in the last 2 years. Last year alone, 2.76 million visited people from all around the world accessed the FBC website. Fiji Broadcasting Corporation revamped its website 3 years ago, leading to an increase in the number of people accessing the web page.
FBC revamped its website in 2011, and from there onwards, 2012, 13 and year 14 till now, our trends has been really increasing. In year 2013, we had about 2.2 million viewers online. In year 2014, we actually had 2.76 million people going onto our website.
FBC TV's Batini Tanoa, Wasia Basha, For the Record, and Navaki Kelly have drawn most attention to the site.
They're quite informative. A person who doesn't know proper Hindi and English would prefer to watch Navasya Basha to learn from the basics. So in the same manner, For the Record and all the local shows that we have been producing give us a lot of information, and everyone is interested to know each and every details of what FBC's local productions are.
On average, a user spends about 3.4 minutes on the web page. Narayan says the visitors are from as far as the Asian region.
Fiji is on 44.7% at the moment. After that, we have so many countries like Australia, you have second on the ranking, United States, New Zealand, Canada, United Kingdom, even Israel is there. There's so many people visiting from so many other countries.
The FBC website offers all the latest local shows you've missed on TV, FBC News, TV schedules, radio programs and newsletters on www.fbc.com.fj. Ahead in sports, Silver Ferns jet in for Oceania Series and troubles brewing for Pacific Games in Papua New Guinea.
बॉलीवुड हीरो पंती रे
Get this.
हीरो सपना दिखेला बंद करो।
क्या करो यार, सबको आती नहीं, मेरी जाती नहीं।
मिर्ची मस्त मॉर्निंग, मैं हूँ अश्निल सिंह।
हाय, मैं हूँ काजल।
शामिल हो जाए हमारे साथ मंडे टू फ्राइडे
6 AM to 9 AM।
मिर्ची FM, it's hot.
Welcome back to FBC Sports. The New Zealand Silver Ferns have landed in Fiji for the Oceania Netball Series next week, and star shooter Maria Tutaya is eager to prove herself, having passed the fitness test. Josephine Avula caught up with the team at the Nandi International Airport.
Nandi Airport was mobbed by netball fans waiting for a glimpse of the Silver Ferns, one of the biggest names in the sport. Making a comeback after a foot injury, Maria Tutaya is keen on taking the courts.
My foot's not too bad actually. I haven't played netball in the last 5 months, so I don't know how I'll go next week, but I'll just take it each quarter at a time. We'll see how we go.
The shooting ace was only taking limited part in the training with the New Zealand-based club, the Mystics, in December. She's made a good progress at this week's quad camp in Auckland and now looks forward to playing against Fiji.
I know they've been training hard, and it's been a long time coming, us Silver Ferns coming to a nation like Fiji, so no, I'm really looking forward to it.
Team coach Waimarama Taumaunu says they are grateful to be part of the Oceania Series.
Really delighted to be part of Fiji and Samoa's World Cup build-up, but this, and more importantly for us, this is the beginning of our warm-up, our build-up, and we've got a couple of newest players or recalled players into the squad. It's their opportunity to prove themselves.
The Fiji Pearls will host the Silver Ferns in the opening match of the series at the Vodafone Arena in Suva on Monday. Josephine Avula, FBC Sports.
Time is running out for Papua New Guinea to lay the groundwork for the Pacific Games in July. At a briefing by the Pacific Games Council today, sporting organizations were told that some facilities may not be ready by the start of the Games. Rohit Deo has more.
Papua New Guinea has 4 months to complete and hand over all its facilities. As of now, only the shooting range has been built, track and field arena, swimming pools and games village are yet to be completed.
The game starts on the 4th of July. Our deadline for all the facilities to be handed over to the Games Organising Committee by the 30th of May. And let me tell you, that deadline for some of the sports will not be met. We know that. And we also know that some of the facilities for the Games will not be ready at all. But that's the situation.
Games Council President Vidya Lakhan says the delays aren't entirely the fault of the organisers in PNG.
You know, the Games are awarded to a PGA 7 years in advance. And that is to allow them ample time to plan, source funding, and build their facilities. Because facilities is the one that takes a lot of time. Unfortunately for Papua New Guinea, because of the political situation, we lost about 2.5 years. Nothing happened. Absolutely nothing. With the current government, when they came into power, they started work because they had lost about 2.5 years. But they have made tremendous progress, but there is a lot more that needs to be done between today and the 30th of May.
Sporting bodies from Fiji are thrilled about the possibility of playing in a partly completed facilities.
We've accepted the fact that the venues will not be ready or will be partially completed. So what we have asked for is, when we get there in February, an OHS certificate from their regulatory authority for each of the venues that we will use. That's one. Two, we would want those venues that are completed, a completion certificate. Okay, whoever needs to sign that or sign off on that needs to do that. We've asked for that. Those venues that are partially completed, which we will be using, we would want a partial completion certificate. Of course, OHS will also have certified that for our use. And the last one is the most important one for us, is an undertaking from whoever.
The indication right now is that a lot of the facilities won't be complete come July, even though work has kicked into high gear in PNG. How this will impact the 2015 Pacific Games will become evident in the coming months. Rohit Dev, FBC Sports.
Meanwhile, the National Golf Association of Fiji is aiming to lift the standard of the sport and also win gold at the upcoming Pacific Games. Secretary Amitesh Chandra says he is confident they will do well at the tournament since they have been preparing for quite a while.
I've got a good team. I think it's been in preparation for the last 3 years, and that is basically the aim. If we win gold medal, all the work that we have done for the past few years is going to be worthwhile.
The last time Fiji won gold was in 1995. The Pacific Games will be held in Papua New Guinea from July 4th to the 18th. Local Football 2015 begins tomorrow with the first leg of the Pele's Garments Champion vs Champion series. Host Suva may be favourites, but it will definitely be hard to take the title away from 18-time champions Ba. The Fiji FA believes it's time for fans to show support for their teams, as there's been a long wait for the season to start.
Champion vs Champion started in 1993, and it's been a fixture that every football fan in this country looks forward to see who will be declared as a champion for the year.
The match kicks off at 3 p.m. at the ANZ Stadium in Suva. Former Vodafone Fiji under-20 striker Iosefo Verevo may finally fulfill his dream to play in the World Cup after Rewa Football Association cleared his fine of $3,360 yesterday. Fiji FA Chief Executive Officer Bob Kumar confirmed receiving the fine from Rewa Football Association, as well as 2 letters seeking a review of Verevo's suspension. Rewa Football Association President Azil Baksh says Verevo deserves to be in the Fiji under-20 team. He says the side needs him. Verevo was slapped with a $5,000 fine and a 3-year suspension for breaking camp in May last year. The Fiji under-17 football side's chances of qualifying for the semi-final at the Oceania playoffs are diminishing after going down 5-1 to New Caledonia this afternoon. Fiji was down 3-1 at the break and conceded 2 more goals in the second spell to lose its second match in 3 games. The team now has a single point from 3 games. Fiji's next match is against the Cook Islands at 4:30 p.m. on Monday. Army has won the first Red Rock qualifying tournament played in Nausori today. The team defeated a gallant Tambadamu side 22-17 in the final late this afternoon. Army walked away $2,000 richer, while Tamandavu received $1,000. The next qualifying tournament will be held on the 13th and 14th of next month at Nandi's Prince Charles Park. The PWD Bure Sevens is getting a lot of recognition from local provincial clubs and now aims to produce players for the Fiji national sevens team. Organizers are grateful for the number of teams that have shown interest in the local series tournament. Coordinator Takelo Savo says the tournament has helped teams set goals.
At least have three players from their team to go into the Fiji team. That's the main goal of the organizers of this tournament, and they know that the other teams, other big teams and other teams in Fiji, they also have the same goals.
16 teams participated at the third series of the tournament, which was held at the Churchill Park in Lautoka. The Suva Volleyball Association local club competition continued its second round today. The capital city side wants to defend all its local titles this year and remain undefeated because all other teams are gunning for them.
It's that other teams that plays FBC Suva, winning against one team of Suva is a major achievement for them. So the allowance is for the players to come up to that level, especially these new players in the FBC Suva team to perform on the day. We're preparing them for this very national competition.
Meanwhile, the Battle of the Champions will be held next Saturday. The Punjabi Tigers cricket side lost its first match in the Suva Local League today. The side competed in the Perpetual Cup Challenge against the Yanrana, which battled first and were all out for 149. In reply, the Tigers managed only 91 runs after the loss of all wickets. The Tigers still lead the points table with Army in second place. Occasional showers and isolated thunderstorms affected most parts of the country today. A trough of low pressure remains slow moving over Fiji. Meanwhile, another trough of low pressure affects Tokelau and Northern Cooks. Looking at the temperatures, a high of 32 degrees recorded in 3 major centers today. Suva was a low of 29 degrees. Tomorrow's forecast is for more showers and thunderstorms over the Fiji group. Further outlook, occasional showers over most places. The main points again, the European Union says economic partnership agreement negotiations still going strong. Speaker of the House Dr. Chico Luveni says MPs will be more visible at community level this year and Fiji Airways to lease 2 more aircraft in 2015. To the poll question this week we ask, should full banking services be made available on Saturdays? Visit our FBC website to take part. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email citizensize@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via our Facebook page FBC News, or if you're on Twitter, follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC News or simply hashtag FBC News. That's our news for today. Don't forget daylight saving ends tomorrow morning, so wind your clocks and watch us back 1 hour before you go to bed tonight. I'll be back tomorrow. Until then, stay safe. Modemanda.